There are a lot of moments where I knew that I picked the right law school. It's almost like a cascading series of them. For example, in my very first semester, my study carrel neighbor was a mother with 3 kids whose partner went away to be in the Army for a few months. And other people in her small section got together and made her a big dinner so she wouldn't have to do it because she was studying all the time. Other examples are all the times where we would be out on Mass Street and the bar band would show up. And it just was this really unique community feel that you wouldn't get anywhere else. It's all the times that I'm able to reach out to law school faculty or my law school classmates and ask them for advice or ask them for a reference or something like that. Like the community itself, those things are constant reminders to me of why I picked KU and why that was the best choice for me.
I think the moment that I knew that I was in the right law school was whenever I attended my first HALSA meeting. And HALSA is the Hispanic American Law Student Association group. And so when I first attended this meeting, it was almost like I had found, my group of people in the law school. And I've made some great connections with the students involved in this group, even after law school, and they're all across the country. And so I think that was the moment for me that I felt like I truly belonged at KU Law. And I felt like I had picked the exact place for me.
I felt like I chose the right law school when I started looking for jobs. I had a network of alumni who were excited to talk to me, and I had the types of jobs available that I was interested in. So I felt affirmed that I was on the right path, but I was also close to home and around people and Midwestern values that are important to me.
So to take a moment, when I realized that I had picked the right law school was probably when I was walking across the stage to get hooded at graduation. No, I'm kidding. When I was a 1L, I was a summer starter. So it was my fall semester. I took business associations from Professor Hecker. I forget what the occasion was, but I remember I walked into his class 5 minutes late with a Darth Vader mask on. I was for the Blue Book relays, which were later in the day, but I had this Darth Vader mask on. And I intentionally showed up late, and it was in 104. So it's the big lecture hall. So I had to walk in and like cut across to get to my seat. And like the whole class stopped. But, Professor Hecker, he laughed. He thought it was great. And for me, I didn't know how he was going to respond necessarily, but that kind of shows you just kind of the professors you have at KU Law that they have that kind of demeanor, that kind of relationship with their students where they can, roll with the punches and, laugh with us. So for me, that was a sign that I was in the right place, that, this is a good fit for me.
The moment that I felt that I had picked the right law school was after my first OCI interview that I completely bombed. I was so nervous. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't even get a complete sentence out because I was shaking. And the career services department, Leah Terranova, I forget what her title was at the time, but she brought me into her office and was like, "Bill, you've got a great resume. You're a great person. You've got great character. What the heck happened?" She sat me down and coached me through a couple interview rounds, and I had great success through the rest of OCIs that week.